Here's your host, Conan O'Brien.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to ConanDiffusion. I hope you're all ready for a night of laughter and excitement because we've got some great things in store for you. Before we get started, I just wanted to give you all an update on our audience vote for our future guests and comedians. As you know, the vote has been ongoing for the past few weeks, and it's been great to see so many of you participating. I'm happy to announce that Elon Musk and Tom Cruise are tied for the lead in the guest vote, while Kevin Hart is slightly ahead of Robin Williams in the comedian vote. But the vote doesn't end until February 25th, so there's still time for you to have your say. Who do you want to see on the show? Who's your favorite comedian? Let us know. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get a little more colorful here at No Reruns. As you may have noticed, I'm looking a little more cartoonish tonight, and that's because we're always pushing the boundaries of AI-generated entertainment and bringing you the most unique and magical content possible. And that's why we're introducing a brand new audience vote for the visual style of the show. That's right, you get to choose what ConanDiffusion looks like. We've got a few different styles to choose from, like cartoon, anime, or photorealism. And you can cast your vote using the link in the description. But that's just the beginning. Our AI-generated tools allow us to switch between an endless array of visual styles. So the possibilities are truly endless. So what will it be tonight? Cartoon, anime, cyberpunk, or something completely unexpected? With your help, we can make ConanDiffusion a visual feast for the eyes and a wild ride of entertainment. Join us on this journey and experience the magic of AI-generated entertainment like never before. And speaking of things in the air, have you heard about these spy balloons? I mean, what's next? Flying elephants, flying pigs, flying unicorns? The U.S. military has been busy shooting down these things left and right, and President Biden says they're most likely balloons from private companies and scientific research. But don't worry, they're putting together a plan to deal with these objects in the future. They're even creating an inventory of all the unmanned objects in the air and updating the rules for launching and maintaining aerial craft. I guess we're entering the age of balloon wars. You know, I was thinking about this whole balloon situation, and it got me wondering, what if the government shot down a hot air balloon during a wedding proposal? Talk about ruining someone's big moment. Can you imagine the look on the bride's face when she sees a missile flying towards her instead of a bouquet of flowers? I do. Want to duck and cover. I mean, that's not exactly the kind of fireworks you want at your wedding, am I right? Let's hope the government has a good aim and only targets the spy balloons. Now let's get started with tonight's show. We've got a fantastic guest joining us tonight, and she's a true warrior, a protector, and a symbol of hope for the world. It's none other than the Amazonian princess herself, Wonder Woman. And to keep us laughing throughout the night, we've got a special stand-up performance from Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt herself. So sit back, relax, and let's get ready for a wild ride. Welcome to the show, Wonder Woman. It's an honor to have the Amazonian princess herself sitting right here in my studio.
Thank you, Conan. The honor is mine.
So Wonder Woman, what's your secret to staying in such incredible shape? I mean, you're an Amazonian princess. You've got to work out, right?
Well, I do have to stay in top physical form, but it's not just about working out. It's also about honing my skills and training my mind and body to be the best warrior I can be.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that too, but I think my couch is starting to develop a six-pack from all the time I spend on it.
I think that's a common problem, Conan. But it's never too late to start taking care of yourself.
You're right. I'll start by putting down the nachos and doing a few push-ups. Or maybe just the push-ups.
Every step counts, Conan.
So Wonder Woman, you've been fighting for justice and peace for a long time now. What keeps you motivated?
The love and hope that people have in their hearts. It's what gives me the strength to keep fighting, no matter how difficult the journey may be.
That's a beautiful sentiment, Wonder Woman. And what would you say to someone who's feeling overwhelmed or hopeless?
I would say that they should never give up. There's always light in the darkness, and there is always hope. We just have to keep searching for it and never lose faith in the power of love and compassion.
So I hear you have some pretty wild adventures. Would you like to share one with us?
Of course, Conan. I remember one time I was on a mission to stop Ares, the god of war, from starting a global conflict. He had taken control of a powerful weapon, and I was determined to stop him.
Wow, that sounds like a dangerous mission. And what happened next?
It was, but I was prepared. I traveled to the location of the weapon, and I found Ares waiting for me. He was determined to use the weapon, but I was determined to stop him. Well, let's just say that the power of love and compassion is stronger than the power of war. I was able to disarm the weapon and defeat Ares, and the world was saved from destruction.
That's incredible, Wonder Woman. You truly are a hero.
Thank you, Conan. But I couldn't have done it without the support of my fellow heroes and the love and hope of the people.
And there you have it, folks. Our interview with the one and only Wonder Woman. And now it's time for the segment you've all been waiting for. It's time for our AI-generated image review. Let's see what our digital artists have come up with today. A picture of a cat sitting on top of a computer keyboard. Well, it looks like our feline friends have finally figured out how to take over the world. One keyboard at a time, they've finally found a way to turn the tables on those pesky mice. A group of penguins wearing sunglasses and Hawaiian shirts hanging out on the beach with drinks in their flippers. Well, folks, it looks like these penguins have found the secret to life. Sun, sand, and a drink in hand. It's like they've taken the phrase chill like a penguin to a whole new level. But I do have one question. Do they pay for those drinks with fish or ice cubes? A picture of Conan with a giant lollipop in his mouth. Look at me, all grown up and ready for my close-up. But seriously, who needs a lollipop this big? I mean, I love candy as much as the next guy, but this is just ridiculous. And don't even get me started on the cavity crisis I'm headed towards. Well, folks, that concludes our AI-generated image review segment. Stay tuned for Comedy with Cleopatra. Who knows what jokes and antics she has in store for us, but one thing's for sure, it's going to be a wild ride. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Queen of the Nile herself, Cleopatra.
Good evening, my dearest Egyptians. It is I, Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile, here to bring you some laughter and merriment this evening. So, have you heard about the latest craze in Rome? It's called the Republic. I mean, who needs a ruler when you have a committee making all the decisions? Talk about slow and steady losing the race. But hey, I'll stick to my monarchy, thank you very much. But let's talk about something more important. Have you seen the latest fashions in Alexandria? Oh, the lengths we go to for beauty. Wigs, coal, and of course the ever-popular serpent headdress. I mean, who needs protection from snakes when you can just wear one on your head? And let's not forget about our beloved Julius Caesar. Yes, I know, he's quite the charmer, but can we just talk about his hair? It's like a small animal is living on his head. And then there's my dear Mark Antony. Ah, yes, the man with the voice of an angel and the biceps of a Greek god. But seriously, have you ever seen a man carry so many swords and still look so effortlessly handsome? And you know I'm the only Ptolemaic ruler to learn and use the Egyptian language. It's like I'm a modern-day Cleopatra lingual. But in all seriousness, my dear Egyptians, I must say, being a ruler can be quite trying at times. 1 minute, you're negotiating peace treaties. The next, you're fending off invasions. And don't even get me started on the bureaucracy. It's like trying to navigate a labyrinth with one hand tied behind your back. But despite the challenges, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Being a ruler means having the power to shape the future, to bring prosperity and happiness to my people. And that, my dear Egyptians, is the greatest reward of all. Thank you. Thank you. It has been a pleasure sharing my thoughts and stories with you this evening. Until next time, farewell.